Thank you for that insight. And say, let's talk more about like your time you spend abroad. From what I gather, you've been to a couple of countries. How long were you in the Philippines?
I was there for 2 years.
Oh, so like, how is it over there?
Wow, that was a very, very, very difficult situation over there. Philippines is a country we had a very large unemployment rate. I was there in search for greener pastures, but I didn't do my homework well before coming there, so I really found myself in trouble. Looking for a job was very difficult. Of course, I went in and I played basketball a little bit, but then the country is more focused on this tourist attraction. People will go and work somewhere, then they come there to have fun. There is no work for foreigners over there. So I was just there loitering about up and down with no job, and it was very difficult. Until I have to just go in and play a little basketball, they'll give you some money. I was saving a little bit before I was able to make out of that country.
So like over there, are there many Africans living there?
Yeah, there are many Africans there, and just like me, they are there in search of greener pastures. They didn't know what is happening, so they are also there trying to find their way out.
Wow, wow. So most of them, like, what do they really do over there? Is it basketball they play, or is it football, or what?
Most of them are into sports, especially football. Most of them are football coaches, and most of them are football players, which they make some little sum of money from it.
So that was why you decided to relocate to the next country that you are now, Thailand.
Yeah, that's the more reason why I relocated here.
So how is Thailand?
Thailand is very good.
Wow.
Thailand is very good.
So you're really having fun in Thailand?
I'm really having fun in Thailand.
So since you've been in the Philippines, so like what are some of the differences and the similarities between these two countries? Because as I get that they are all members of ASEAN, so I guess they might have some similarities and some differences. So what is your take on that?
The differences will be the employment aspect. Yeah. Thailand is more open to employment than the Philippines. Right? Of course, I came to Thailand and I'm working now. I was in the Philippines for almost 2 years and I had nothing to do. So when you are in Thailand, you are open to employment. You can be employed and make a living. While in Philippines, you cannot. The similarities is how the people behave. We have these people when they meet you as a black guy, they think different. When you're an African, they think different. They have a lot of perception about we African, and it's almost the same as Thailand until they get close to you and they know that, oh, these people, they are very good. So with the notion behind we the Africans, it's almost the same as the Philippines.
Oh, so what about their dishes, their food? Are they the same or different?
Their dishes are almost the same. That's why they call it different names, but they have almost the same dishes. Well, when I came to Thailand, they have this cow pad mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Philippines, they have a food called toyo. They have some food, just like in Africa, we will call it fried rice.
Fried rice, yeah.
Yeah, so they just, the name difference, but it's almost similar. Yeah.
Wow, that's good. And so, since you've been in these different countries, I think you might have some opinions or some thoughts about this. Like from what I gather, talking to other people, there is a general sentiment that the Asians think of the quote-unquote black people as lesser race. So, what is your take on that?
Yeah, I think the second-class treatment in Asia sometimes is quite infuriating, and it's almost the same in Thailand and in Philippines. I think I've been to Malaysia and it's almost the same. So I encountered one thing in Philippines and I encountered the same thing in Thailand. I was in a public transport, going to town, and one Filipino sat by my side and held a nose like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Means I'm smelling. So on the way I just got down, I just ignored everything. I just got down and I left. And I experienced the same thing in Thailand. And I was like, oh, so this thing is everywhere. So basically, I think the way we carry ourselves also counts, right? If they haven't experienced any bad smell from any African, they will not do that. They will never do that. Because if you see someone from Afghanistan, you know Afghanistans are terrorists, you will just conclude that, oh, this guy might be a terrorist.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they too, they've heard it. They've heard it that, oh, Africans are smelling. So with the notion, immediately they sit down, they see that an African, just have to close their nose. So, but when you carry yourself properly and they come closer, they'll find out that, oh, these people are really good. So it's up to us to carry ourselves very good, look very pleasant. Then they will start cleaning and wiping those notions bit by bit. I think when our brothers know how to carry themselves well, that notion and all those things will be wiping away bit by bit.
That's right. But ahead of it, like an incident occurred that involved a black person, and before we know about it, it was generalized as African, and it's the same thing in Thailand. And many people would let's say the Asians would argue that, yeah, they have a just cause for behaving like that. That they, if they group all of us in a group as criminals, it's because maybe actually we are criminals. Do you share that same sentiment? I'm trying to see it from their own point of view. That we say that you guys are criminals because yes, you guys are criminals. Mm-hmm. So
let me also put this question. As I said earlier on, Afghanistans are terrorists. So maybe when you're in your house and you see 3 Afghanistans, what will you think?
Oh, so you just run into your house.
Oh, they're terrorists, but you don't really know them. This is what the Asians are also facing. Now, what they think is Africans are criminals. That's what they have in mind, due to what they've seen on the television and the news, on social media. It's not that they've not seen it. They've seen it. They've heard it. So it's reality. But, it applies to a few. But then the few not can destroy a whole lot of things also. So immediately you just have to be careful when you see any African because of what you've heard, until you become more closer to the person and you know that, oh, this person is different. Just like where I'm working. I'm an African, but I'm working with this Thai. That means they really know me. That's why I'm working with them.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
And they don't see me to be a criminal. They've not seen that, oh, no, not all Africans are like that. So even we, the Africans, even with the tribes that we have in our African country, we know each tribe and how they behave. And when a tribe does something, one person does something, we know that's how all the tribes are. We don't say this person, but we say this tribe of people are like this. So, oh, the Northerners are like this. The Southern people are like that. Yeah. So it applies to everybody.
My question is my question is this: do you think this kind of behavior is justifiable? The fact that people can just be grouped and bundled up into certain categories, is it justifiable? Don't you think that it's appropriate if someone does something, the person should be punished than just you grouping everybody and labeling them as the same?
Yeah, that mindset has been there for long. Just like they have this proverb that one knot can destroy the whole soup. So, of course, as you said, that particular person must be punished. But what if that person polluted a lot of people? So when they get that person, they have to be careful of a whole lot of people who are same like that person. So maybe what if you punish only that person? then now another person comes in and do the same thing. So I think it's right to punish one person and not, call it in a whole for all the people. But then to be more careful, you just have to add everyone and be just careful about it.